There's a habit that I have been trying for a long time to change it, but I'm not success yet. That habit is I like to think that I'm right. I know the best. I know better than other people. And I want other people to do what I believe. I want people to do the way I want it. This is a very big problem. When we marry, we have to live together as a family. This habit has become a big problem among us, among couple life. I try to change myself a lot. I don't want to be a person who always tells people to do things all the time. But it's not very easy. It's not easy at all because it has been transferred for many generations. From my grandparents until my parents and me. And I don't want this habit to be transferred to my kids, my next generation, or people around me. I want everybody to be independent, to be themselves. I don't want them to be like me. It's not a problem for many people, but for me, I think it's a big problem. Because I always think I'm right. I know better. So when my wife do earthen house, my wife, she's a earthen building teacher. When she taught people how to do clay paint, to do something, I always told her that you cannot do that. You have to do this. You have to do this. This is the way I feel like I don't like myself to be like that. I want her to be herself, but it's become habit. It just came out. I don't know myself sometimes. So I have to work very hard to remind myself that I need to respect my wife, respect my kid, my son. They have their own dream. They have their own way of thinking. They have their own experience. They have their own imagination. So they need to do what they believe, what they want to do. But my problem is I want them to do what I believe. I want them to do my dream, to follow my imagination. This is not normal. This will cause a lot of problem because people around me will not grow. They cannot develop themselves because whenever they do what I want them to do, they cannot do the best. They cannot develop themselves much. But whenever they do what they believe in, what they dream about it, what they want to try, they will develop themselves a lot. That's the way people can grow. So I want people to grow. But I know that I cannot do it many times, many things. But I want other people to do it. That's not fair. For example, like when I watch soccer or football or another sport, I always yell at the player, go left, go right, go faster, kick harder. I always yell. But I cannot do like them. They have their own ability. They know the limitation of their ability. They know what to do. But I cannot do it. But I want them to do the way I want them. If I go to the field, I cannot run fast like them. I cannot kick the football like them. I cannot do that. But I always think they have to do like this. That's why I have to yell very loud around on the stadium. So this habit is one thing I think is cause problem. Cause problem for people around me, especially my son, my wife, or people around me. That means I did not respect their thinking. I did not respect their imagination. So when I try to push my dream or my imagination to their life, they will be unhappy. They feel unhappy because it's not the way they want it. So that's the cause of conflict. That's the cause of suffering in the families. I don't want to be like that. So I'm trying to remind myself that I will not do that. But many times it just came up. I did it by no consciousness, with no consciousness. Because it's in my life for so long. But I cannot stop doing it. I cannot stop train myself to not do it. Because I don't want it to be transferred to the next generation. So the habit is one thing. It's very hard to change, especially habit that I grew up with. It's in my blood. But I believe that I will do it one day. That's why I keep training, keep doing myself, keep respect other people's thinking, other people's idea. Because I want to see people around me grow the way they want to grow. I don't want them to be like me. Because I'm not the best person. This is the way I can be. I think they can do better than me. That's why I don't want them to think like me. I don't want them to do like me. Because I believe that they can do better than me. So if they think like me, they do like me, they will be similar to me. That means they cannot develop their life to be better than me. So it's hard to change the habit, especially when you grew up in Asian culture, that we believe that man is the leader of the family. We were taught like that for many generations. But now, we cannot think like that anymore. Everybody in the family is equal. We need to respect each other. Even my son, my kid, he's young, but I need to respect him. So this is a big change. This is a big revolution in my head, in my thinking, to change the culture in my life, to do something different. Because the way I grew up with is not work anymore in the world, in the new eras. Because the world has changed so much. They need to be different. They need to be themselves. They need to be independent. That's the way to survive. So it's not the same thing anymore. Nothing the same anymore. That's why I feel like I need to change myself. I don't want to be an old man that nobody want to come nearby me. Because if they come nearby me, they will be told to do that, to do this, to not do that, not do this all the time for me. So nobody want to be close to me. And it's not very fun. I think it will be more fun If everybody around me can be themselves, they can feel relaxed, they can feel free, they can feel independent, they can do whatever they want to. That will be very nice atmosphere. When people are happy and be around each other, when people become independent and be around each other, I think this is a kind of life that I am expecting now.